All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining in. We are going to have a little bit of fun today. I want to try and brew a little bit of a mill deck. This is mostly inspired because Consuming Apparition is now back in standard thanks to our friends re-releasing it in Foundations, and that's just a pet card of mine. And then also from the Wilds of Eldraine set, there is the Cruel Simonophage, which is also another one of my favorite cards. So let's see if we can have fun with a little bit of Dimir Mill. So I guess first things first, I should probably buy some packs so we can go through and get a bunch of wild cards for us to craft whatever cards we need. And what better set to purchase than Foundations? So I'll probably just buy, I don't know, 10 of these mythic packs and we'll see what we pull. So I'll have fun with that. Claim it. We also get the additional bundle. You know what? We'll buy another 10. What is money after all? Easy enough for us to claim. So we'll go to packs. We'll open it. We'll see if we get anything fun. Alright. Doubling season is nice. Authority. Ooh, Jace. That's fun. That could be potentially useful. Final Showdown, Blaze Gitter. Busher Talk is always great. Okay, we'll open all 10. We'll see what just pops up here. The name of the game, alright, Dragon Collar is great.
If you won't listen to nature, I'll
Love some Liliana, Omniscience.
No matter what.
You've never seen an inferno like me before.
Nice. Okay, so we have some good stuff. Potentially. Mostly care about these wild cards. Okay, so let's get brewing. Let's see what we get. Oh, Rise of the Dark Realms. Always fun. 2 Rise of the Dark Realms. Oh. Sanguinite is good. I'll run that in real life, but we'll have a little bit of fun with that. Aetherize is fantastic. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Well, let's start getting cracking over here. Let's do this. So we're going to start a new deck. I have a bunch of stuff that I always brew. I wonder if I can just hit new deck. I have reached my deck. Okay, well this is the old version of it. We'll just delete it. So I'll start a new one. I'm going to say this is Standard Mill. I'm going to select Format, and the format is Standard. And all of that is going to be base format. Our lovely friend Consuming, I think I should have at least one. Okay. Great fun. And then the other friend of ours is going to be Cool Somnophage. Somnophage. Always mispronounce this. My kind of thought process around this right now is that you have Cool Somnophage for the mill. Obviously, Consuming Apparition will continue to help with that. We do have a few Jaces. I would say these are going to probably be the core of the deck. The question is, helps feed that. So we're going to always need removal. Removal is great in all forms. So, let's see. Yeah, but we want to keep this our colors. Actually, this is a good idea. So one of the things we do potentially want to do is have a little bit of a bounce package that helps with tempoing and also removing things from their hand. So we're gonna do Nightmare. Hopeless Nightmare is great. Strip their hand a bit, make them discard. Fear of Isolation is good. I do like Mind Skinner potentially, but I just don't think that's gonna fit roughly with what we want to do. An Abyssal Harvester is interesting, especially because they're going to be constantly putting things in their graveyard. toss one of these in. What? So we gotta add some good. So I do like 3 steps ahead, especially if we could start. We don't have really a lot of legendary creatures, so if we could use 3 steps ahead for us to be able to handle some of this. Don't make a sound. I think will also be useful because I think we might be able to get some recursion between Cruel's Somnophage, potentially with the Can't Wake Up. You can cast it as a blocker and then bounce it back. Same thing with Hopeless Nightmare. But we also need to get Destroy Target Creature. So we'll see. I do like Shieldred's Edict quite a bit. Has some good flexible removal. Let's also fix our land base. Gunlike Verge is a must. Move this down here to this, and this up here to that. Can I even craft this? 3 rares. Okay, so I do have most of the things that we have in this deck so far. Now it's kind of just where we're going to have fun with some of the other utility pieces that are just objectively good. Yeah, Blot Out is also some great removal. I don't like that it's exile though. But yeah, I think Fear of Missing Out is interesting for the recursion in terms of just bouncing things. There is Stormbreaker's talent. I do like it. Let's see what Fae. This Fairy Mastermind, always fantastic. There's some great discard. Target opponent discards or gets creatures your opponent's control. Get -1/-1. That's pretty good. Let's see what else we like here. There's Kaito. I do like Refute quite a bit. Refute is a good spell. Oh. Nowhere to Run is also great. If we run 4 Nowhere to Runs, Somnophage. Yeah, I think at this point now we're just going to draw. That's our biggest issue, is I think we're just going to need tons of draw. Oh, how could I forget my favorite little bat-like friend? Yeah, as fun as this is, I think we need to get a little bit more draw. I think this is my issue, is that we probably don't have enough draw, but just to start off with, let's get our bat. Where's our lovely bat friend? Oh man, Enduring Curiosity actually is probably the right answer. Yeah, because there's a lot of evasive creatures. Well, there's at least Fear of Missing Out. You know, I surprisingly don't have a lot of flying here, but you know, if we're constantly making them discard, I'm interested. Well, we'll see. This might be too much of that. But I like this idea of this might work as some other draw. Consuming Top Deck. Yeah, we'll call it that for now. Let's see what happens. Okay, we'll craft all. We'll finish it. And then we'll take this for a speed run. Kind of a little bit of an initial kind of like thought process in terms of what we're going to do here. And then really at the end of the day, all we could do is just try and find a match and hope that whatever we do with our ranked, I might just play regular standard instead of ranked. Let's not be chickens. We'll call this Consuming Top Deck. We'll see how it runs. This might not do too well in aggro metas, but we'll give it a shot. We'll just jump in. Ain't no better plan than to, right off the bat. So we'll keep 7. And with the hello. Okay, big red cheese. Plain green. Very fun. Okay, so we'll start with the swamp. Start off with just pure friendliness over here. And now our 5-drop creature will have at least 1 life. So now the fun thing is we could handle this, do this, and we'll move our... I think what's interesting is because the meta is probably so shifted in such a way, I wonder if there's also a psychology now with the fact that he probably assumes I'm going to play 1... that's not what we love to see. Now creature control. Yeah, so we'll probably want to keep the 3 steps ahead open. We'll wait till we get 1 more island before we do that. Yep, and that's why we're going 3 steps ahead that issue, which will counter that spell. I was quite lucky to have that. Yeah, I think already right off the bat I don't think I have enough draw. Although I have some pretty good consistency over here. Because now I can Hopeless Nightmare. We'll strip his hand. And then next turn we could probably get a Consuming out with 2 Fears. That's not bad. Oof. And then we could actually get another Hopeless trigger off of this. Yeah, this is pretty untenable, I would imagine, to play against. Probably not a bad first test, but we'll see how consistently I can deal with that. I could imagine that this is not going to be very fun for anybody to play against. Which, hey, we're playing ranked standard. We're not here to make friends. We're here to see. We're here to see how far we can go. Especially before Aether Drift. I wonder how that's gonna start shifting the meta in such a way. But who knows? It might be pretty fun. And what's interesting is that this is not a single... Yeah, so, I mean, already right off the bat, Hopeless Nightmare, Fear of Isolation is great. We got 2 lands. I mean, we have 24 lands, so who knows? Let's keep it and see. So we'll start off with the Swamp. Everybody hates the turn 1 Hopeless Nightmare. Yeah. Okay, so at least we know they're playing white, and I know they want life gain to some degree, so the question is, what kind of silliness is it? Which is fine. We'll Hopeless Nightmare our way back to victory. And then, I mean, if I don't get a land next turn, we can at least bounce back whatever they potentially play as a creature. Oh! So the real question is, do we... Well, we don't really have anything else, so I will probably hold back. We'll hit them with that, and then probably counter whatever they want to play next. Just because that really slows them down even slower. So, we'll see. What do they play? Vanishing Light. Yep. Definitely want to counter that. We're Dimir players after all. We got time. Yeah. I think at this point now the only option we have is the Hopeless Nightmare. I think this is only creatures, which is a little bit annoying, but we will persevere. Yeah, that's I think the one gotcha in this entire deck. But stripping them will I mean, what's great about this is it'll also hit him for 2. So. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think this is probably the right answer. We'll just tempo them. My only issue is I wish I had another land. I just can't get anything today, can I? I mean, it's really good that the mana curve in this deck is so low. It just feels like I can kind of deal with a board state with only 2 lands, but it seems like they're also getting a little land screwed as well. That is definitely why we need to do this over here. Yeah, I think they're going to try and play Angel Tribal, which, unsurprising, really. I have the 2 swamps, which is kind of frustrating. Huh. So what do we do? Do we Angel of Hope? We could do 3 damage. We could Jace and give it -3 until next turn. I mean, honestly, I'm at the point now where I have to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, which is a bit annoying. I mean, it's cool that Consuming can go this way. You know what? I think if we... Let's wait. No attacks. End turn. They could hit me for 3. We might need to see if we need to counter whatever they do next, or... Yeah, that's why it's unfortunate, but we need to counter it. I can't pay. That's annoying. I'll probably discard this one, and... Yeah, that sucks. But we have more than enough. Oh, I don't have to discard, I just have to discard 1. Whoops. Reading the card explains the card. And it's gonna get a +1, which is fine. Make it hit me for 4, I really am not very worried about that little bit. It's definitely a typo deck. Nope. Ain't too worried about it. My turn. Let's see. Let's see what fun we can have here. I want to do this. Turn this back to hand. Yeah. This Exemplar of Light is going to probably be a continual issue for me. Hopeless Nightmare, maybe? I think I need to just keep it open and see what they'll play next. If I would have had more mana, which classic Magic player thing to say. Whenever this creature into, I think they're gonna try and just gain a bunch of life. Just want to see if they'll pay, because if they do, this might let me. Yeah. Ah, man. And that's kind of annoying. I really just need the other lands right now. Which makes me realize I probably want to get some... Yeah, they're gonna just hit me hard. Yeah, there's... Yeah. And now comes the mono white pain. think they're just gonna do the Angel Beatdown, which is a classic. So let's do this. Let's each opponent sacrifice an into a creature. We're just doing the best we can with what we got at this point now. Do this. Let's see if we can just draw another land. Maybe I should be running 26 lines just for the consistency. If they hit me next turn, which they will, so I need to hard block the Exemplar of Light and the Youthful Valkyrie creature. Well, that's not good. Yeah, I mean, good game. You're just. This is more interesting data at this point. I'm willing to take the loss just for me to go tweak. So we'll see what we end up with. Yeah, this is pretty interesting, especially because of how prevalent white is in a lot of these formats. It's interesting. Let's take a look at our deck. Let's see. Yeah, see, the bottomless pool is cool. Enduring Curiosity is great, but to have 4 mana open, I just don't think fits with this. I think Helpless Nightmare is fantastic. I just need more bounce and removal, right? I mean, this is potentially good bounce. I mean, honestly, what I really need is like flying. I mean, there's a Abhorrent Oculist, which everybody is enjoying, but I don't really have too much of like a graveyard deck. There is always the argument that you should be running more counterspells. Let's see. I mean, I do like combat research. It's great. Curate is still in the format. Yeah, but I don't really necessarily want to do too much graveyard stuff, so Opt is not terrible to put in this deck. I almost feel like I just want to Opt a little bit more. There is the This Town classicness. There's I mean, Aetherize is great for the go wide decks. Yeah, I feel like Bottomless Pool. Well, I guess Bottomless Pool is great if you can unlock all of it. And we have 7 counter spells. Fear. I mean, Jace is good, but there's probably. This is a unique spot because you need to, for Jace to really matter. There's so many at the 4 CMC spot. Maybe it's better to just bounce creatures back. Yeah, I mean, we could try that. Honestly, maybe 4 Nowhere to Runs is a bit much. Well, actually, sorry. What I wanted to do is have 2 Aetherizes and enough top deck manipulation for us to get there. Issue is if there's a... Well, that's potentially good. Hey, let's give it a shot. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see if anybody is, That's definitely a mulligan. I don't even have 2 num... Yeah, we can keep 6. I guess. And there's Fear. Don't make a sound. I think this is probably the right answer. I swear this game punishes you sometimes. For not having the thing that you need. I mean, this is an enchantment anyway, so you might as well scry one to draw a card. If it's not a land, which it is, we will draw that card. Lovely. Actually, what's interesting is... Okay. Or Kellen, sorry. Kellen. We have some time. We have some counterspell actions. We can get Isolation out, Counterspell, Bottomless Pit if they pay for it, which they can't with this, especially if they're playing in Vigilance. Can always draw a card. I'll just end the turn. We got time. Saying erase. Yeah, let's counter that. I just want you to pay the rest of your stuff. Aetherize is good. I guess I'll technically have another one, but I just don't want them to get too much. I don't think there are in colors that will be very heavy on the long turn. They might be able to let me surveil again, especially if they decide to pay. Doing a little bit better now. I'm not hurting nearly as much on land. I think I accidentally knocked my monitor loose. Yes. Enters military cards, you may put it on into your hand if you don't put a +1/+1. Well, that's definitely. Cool thing is it's a little bit of taxing coupled with a little bit of draw. So this will put me at about 5 mana over here. I have 3 islands, the Bloom Verge. I might do this. So they do want to mill themselves. The Kidnap is interesting. Glimpse the Core. What is also potentially interesting is this here. We'll bounce that back. We'll play this here. Turn this back to our hand and potentially be ready to have a little bit of fun next turn. And we'll just keep this as is. They know what I have in my hand. And counter spells, but I'm hoping that they decide to mill a little bit more. Okay. I'm gonna guess they don't have a lot of creatures with a deck like this. I think I really just want the... I can always unlock the other room. Right now they don't have anything that terrifies me too much. I just need to draw. Yep, that'll be good, because then I can unlock this next turn. Okay, so we got some options. Step number 1. We want to Hopeless Nightmare. Let's get whatever they have in their hand out. They've got way too much good stuff. Season of Weeping. Nice. Next, let us pay the 1 mana, or unlock it. I'm hoping they'll somehow repay for the we'll do this. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, see, I guess Locker Room is really good because this is just enduring curiosity on a body. And then we cast a creature spell. What we want to do. Okay, so ours, Song of Ages. This is now we can tell them to enjoy not having a target. Nice, okay. Some basic lands, great gain 3 life, that's not bad. It's actually rather good. Depending on who you are. They just cannot help me. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do with this hand right now. All this is based off of Season Weaving. Okay. I'm definitely more interested in seeing what happens here. So now we got so we have 4, 5 mana. So it'd be 3 to 5 or 4 if we make a copy. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. Somnophage. Yeah, we'll just keep our options open. Let's see what they do. I'm going to counter it. Actually, this and this. I guess this one feeds the other one better. Interesting. So they want to beef their friend up over here. Yeah, see, this is like a landfall deck now. Kind of regretting getting rid of this Aetherize, huh? Once again, I just do not have enough draw. I don't know if this self-mill approach is really powerful. I think they're going to get rid of my enchantment here that's letting me draw. Just tapped out. Yeah, this is the big issue, is that I don't think that we can treat this as so I'm going to activate this ability. This is not at all what I need. Let's just go through an attack. Nice, nice, nice. This is exactly the kind of stuff that you're going to sacrifice as control. This is great. And then Cruel is just getting bigger. I think they're still going to probably be able to get their Primeval Bounty, which is something we don't want. The life gain is astonishing with this. For 5 mana. Wow. I'm surprised I haven't seen that much of this card being played. X equals 2. That's fine. I'll get rid of this anyway. That's a very cool card. Man, I hate Simic. All dressed up and nowhere to go, I guess. Yeah, gotta sack it. Let's see what top decks we can get. Hopeless Nightmare, Fear of Isolation. We really want the heavy hitters now. I'm really just trying to at least get my friend out. My Consuming Aberration shaped friend. I'm sure they have some level of removal. Yep. Actually, this is great for me. I know they're going to get a card draw, but I'm still going to get to Yep, yep, yep. Don't matter to me. I just cannot. I mean, at this point, we gotta see. They're at 17, and they've milled themselves quite a weird amount. I mean, they can make a copy of whatever they want. I'm not too worried about it. Oh my god. The fact that they're just making copies of Primeval Bounty is incredibly annoying. Yeah, I need an Aetherize. Oh god, fucking Simic Value Engine. So annoying. Okay, I'm just not gonna sit here and play this. Oh. Yeah, I think this, like, I did not have fun. We should ban Simic. I'm just kidding, it's valid. I just don't find it fun or interesting to play against. Draw, baby, draw. I just want this deck to work so badly. Ah, yeah, my good friend. I forgot about this. Every time you commit a crime. Maybe that's a little bit better than the other stuff that we've been trying to do here. Fear is great. Oh. 3 bits of draw is good. This is good. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of yeah, this is not targeting. I think there's one. So like this. Yeah, we could. I mean, nothing's better than passing with open mana anyway. Now this is an each opponent. Yeah, this is the problem. I don't think this is actually going to work, but I do like the ability to draw cards. Maybe Duress. Duress is always fun. That's a good option because I don't really care too much about the bouncing back now. Can I ride the 4th? Minor tweaks. But I don't know how many creatures now that puts me at. Creatures is 11. I can flash this in, which is great. I do always love the bat. The bat do work. Maybe instead of Duress. I mean, arguably this is a 1-mana Duress, but let's see what our Deep Cavern Bat situation looks like. It's not there. Opt is great. Actually, since I'm going to be doing so much stuff, maybe a combat research will provide more consistent value over the course of the game with evasion. Between the bat, the trap, like this. Yeah, I mean, hey, let's see. We're kind of just messing around. We're kind of just playing, seeing what's going on. It's just deck testing, trying to really push against the meta. It's always more interesting to see things like, for example, that Simic deck. Maybe not the most fun thing to play against, but it's certainly... Oh, hey, what's up? Thanks for joining Jade Spartan. Sorry, I should have had my chat open. How are you doing today? Another good opening hand, I think. Got a little bit of mill, that's what we're trying to do. We could flash this in. keep some mana open. So yeah, we'll keep this, see what happens. The name of the game, as always, is draw. Making sure you find your answers faster than anyone else. There we go, we got my sweet baby boy. My little consuming apparition. We'll see if we can get this out. Yeah, we'll keep this open. And then a little bit of psychological warfare. We'll let them know that we got something to do on their end step. Freak them out a bit. Although they do have Orzhov. Or, I mean, Azorius. But we'll see. Make them have it, right? We'll see. Do they have the counterspell? I'm sure they do. There it is. Better they use it now than not. They are tapped out, so I can at least get the Fairy Mastermind out of here. I don't have any counterspells per se. And if they have any creatures that are going to come out, at least we can know where to run it on my turn, or bottomless pit them. It's going to be one of those situations, huh? Okay. Let's do this. Since you are playing this, I wonder if you're going to play a little bit of a mill deck. We're doing well today. Just chilling a little bit, trying to brew a new deck. I know Super Bowl's coming up, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to probably pay attention to that. But just trying to have a little bit of fun. Let's see what they got. Vanishing Light, Ossification, that's great. Overlord. Overlord is good to get rid of. Okay. I'll still get you in for damage. Really bounce that back to my hand. I want to keep my mana open just in case they put something down. I gotta get rid of it with nowhere to run. Heck yeah. Let's see. So they're still doing that. Let's mill them again. I want to fish. This seems like this is going to be very creature-like. Okay. Builder's Talents is good. Extravagant Replication. Interesting. There's one thing I feel like I'm noticing as I'm testing this deck. This is not a very creature-heavy meta right now, I feel. Unless if you're playing, like, the Heir Apparent deck where you're just going to stuff your deck full of many rabbits. You're not watching the game? How come? Just gonna hang out instead, or busy hosting? Okay, ossification, there it is. See, this is why it's good to have things like filter out. Again, better to get removal out now. You know, I'll cast this just so we have a creature. I'm interested to see what they do. Yeah, I'm worried this is probably not nearly as good of a deck as I'm hoping. It just does not feel like Mill is viable enough. Which makes me sad. I really love this card. But we'll see. End turn. Now I'm missing land drops. Can't be blocked, which is fine. Attackers. Okay. I'm sure they have a counterspell in hand, because of course they do. I mean, it's holding priority for some reason. What could they have? Yep, Confounding Riddle. Interesting. Somebody actually running Confounding Riddle. How cool. Well, either way, we can at least do this. They're tapped out. I'll still get my draw. Which kind of stinks, but I really need to get that draw. Yep. Oh, well that works out fantastically, because then whatever creature they play next turn, I can at least Shieldred Edict. See, I just don't know how many creatures this person has in their deck. Which is what kind of makes cool Somniphage. Nobody likes when somebody passes with like a mana. That's never fun. I don't care. I'll unlock it. Let's see what happens. Come on. Bounce it back to my hand if you're gonna. So at least we'll get 2 cards for this. 1, 2. We love to see it. We love to see it. Okay. Still fine with me. So the cool thing is now we've got 3, 5, 6. So now they have each one sacrifices an non-token creature. I think the trick is we want to get Consuming out and then cool Somniphage them. Because we want to at least get the value off of that. 2 can play this game. That's all I could have heard. Oh. At least it gives me a little bit of power, and we're starting to get more of the removal out of their hands, so it's probably still worth it in the long run. It's just the grindy feeling with these kind of control decks. Okay, well, mill 2 cards. I mean, I think they're terrified of this. Okay, let's see. I do want to get that out of their hand. Do they have a counterspell? I mean, if they have it, they have it. See, but this is why he's so cool. He's a 16/16. But it's fine. It still beefs up my guy. Yep. Okay, well, doesn't matter. We'll still get more power on the board. We'll still draw 2 cards. We still have other ones. Okay. It just seems like they want to be a token deck with all of this, but it's great. I don't know exactly what they're looking for with all of this land. That's fine. Pick whichever one you want. Interesting. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That will give me 2 times the card draw. So, let's get some more. You want to mill? We'll help you mill. Come on. Doing innocent. There you go. This guy. See, and this is where it gets interesting. Because now we have 5. So it's been grindy. But it can, in theory, work. That's fine with me. That's fine. Just means that I can easily mill them out further. I mean, if they want to mill, I'll mill them. Okay, so we'll play another land. I don't know if there's some fancy spell that I do not know that exists. Let's do this. Let's see. Come on, get it out of your hand. It's a bit of a grindy game, but let's go. Huh. That's fine with me. Oh, okay. You're still getting rid of stuff out of your hands. Do not need this island. Do not need this Shieldred Edict. I still have removal. What I really need to do is be able to cycle through more of my stuff. That's fine. Exile it. That's good. So we'll hit you for 1. We still got you. I'm still gonna mill you. Let's see if they can get milled this way. Yeah, I have a feeling that they're about to pop it off Sunfall, which is fine. That's why I'm glad I didn't play it. Decavern Bat is pretty quickly useless right now. I do not know why they even have priority. We'll just end this. They're going to create it. I can make them sack that on the end of their turn, so we'll see what they can do. Our goal is to create. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Here's the level 2. We'll just make a sacrifice a creature move. I might bring back the incubator. I don't know what they are trying to mill for. Probably an overlord. That's fine. You are running out of answers, friend. At this point, it's just a question of, do you have what it takes? Which you don't. Have really any hand, and I think I can outlast them. The next turn, we could probably bottomless pit into the locker room, draw a card, and hit him. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Resolve, it's fine. I don't really care. Beginning of your action. I don't know. God, that was so grindy. I mean, it can do stuff. It can reward some good removal. Enduring Curiosity is still a little bit more expensive, but or a little bit less expensive, but I do like that I have that on 2 cards basically, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we're starting to hit a little bit of sweet sauce. We will see. Who else we got in the room here? Don't make a sound, nowhere to run. I mean, this is such a dickish opening hand, but we'll see. It's even worse. Ugh. Ugh. Why are you punishing me, game? I'll get rid of this. Get rid of this, and probably regret it, but I already regret it. I mean, maybe the answer... I used to be able to, or I usually can cycle through my deck so fast with my Reanimator deck, but that's because I have a lot of looting. The issue with this is I just don't know. This is annoying. And of course, I'm probably going to just have to end this on an L because we are running out of time. Start getting ready to leave. And draw no more creature cards. That's fine. I don't care about the 1/1. Now the real question is, does it Halo Life activate? Don't catch everything. Okay. I don't care about that. Yeah, this is just really having a lot of fun. Ruining my day. Honestly, I'm just gonna get Sage because it's not fun to have such a bad hand. Just ain't worth it. Instead of getting good data, I feel like I'm just fighting uphill on a bad shot. So we'll give it one more game. We'll see. We will see. Okay, see, this is much more doable. We can keep 7. I'm telling you, I swear this like shuffler just sometimes is out to get you, kind of thing. Oh, we got Orzhov action going on over here. Sunblessed Healer. Interesting. Interesting. I want to take a look, see at your hand. I'm not too worried about the life gain yet. Bloodthirsty Conqueror, Enduring Tenacity. Yeah, we got some nastiness here. Blocks. I do see that they want to make some life gain action. We'll see what they play turn 3 for them, I guess. Or turn 4 now. Passive attackers. We'll know where to run this guy. We do love to say, my turn. I'll ping him for 1 right now. Slowly catching up. Oh, well. Arena is not being kind to anyone today. Maybe that's what happens when you're on lower platinum tier. You're just fighting uphill. Combat research, combat research. You know, this is the interesting thing now that I'm testing this. Combat research, good in theory in terms of repeatable card draw, bad in execution because you need to have a target creature. Like, this would have been 2 free cards had they been ops. So, we learn our lesson and we move on. Do we mulligan? I'm feeling risky. I'm regretting it immediately. I'll keep 6. Probably have to move that to the bottom just because maybe, just maybe it'll be slow enough for us to go through. Yay! I'll take a quick peeksy-weeksy at what kind of delinquency you got going on in your hands. Shield Dread, Unstoppable Slasher. Virtue, oof, 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 oof. Well, let's get some of that removal out of your hand, at least for now. Good news is that we know they will probably feed this one. Nope, they won't. The good news is we know that we can bottomless pit this. If there's anything, at least we could tempo them. Get them for 1. That is probably a very nasty Rakdos deck. And I'm just interested to see. Yeah. Why? Why? Good news is we can do this. I just need to draw at this point. It is in theory good repeatable card draw. It is an execution. Bad luck. Come to ballroom, best viewers on. Yeah. Take whatever you want. And I'm glad that they're just paying for removal instead of this fun stuff. So we will do this. We'll end turn. We'll keep it open. We'll see. I might need to counter their Unstoppable Slasher, which I think I do. No way for that to hit the board. The good news is we at least have our colors. I can still... Both of us are just fighting for lands and for our lives. Reassemble the defense creature. I don't care about that. I'll go flash in my lovely little fairy rogue. Lovely. So I can do this. So hit you for 1, 2. And then I think with 4 mana, I'm expecting Shielded to come out. Fantastic. It's all about knowing what's in their hand. With 5, I think that's an interesting proposition. I'll still just hit him. Good news is I could double Shieldred this Edict. For straight irony, I think the new Shieldred is coming out. Each opponent sacrifices an non-token creature. Huh. I still want the card draw. They're going to remove it at least. It stinks, but they're going to get the card draw. Hey, it might help them, but I really needed to get my mana out. And the beautiful thing about this is they don't know that I have a Consuming Apparition. The best part is next turn I can get another Consuming Apparition to make them mill. Although they do have the Enduring Curiosity, which is fine. Oh yeah, I should have read that. This one's just an annoying Edict on a body. But I do have more Consuming Apparition. Auto pay. I know the Minache might get through. It is interesting. They probably have enough damage to. It is red. Bit of an aristocrat strategy. We gotta watch out, they're getting close to being able to do some annoying stuff now. Yeah, can't block that. That's a... So we can at least get this going. We can at least do this. Each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. That one. The really important one is each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. Oh, why would you fucking do this way? Stupid game. But at least we can hit them for 3, which is really fantastic. And regardless, we can at least mill them out a little bit more. I know they're going to get their Virtue of Persistence out, which is fine. I do want to see what they're going to do. Ooh. Interesting. Don't they get melded now? Pass the blockers. Pass the damage. I think they have to do that on their upkeep. So I will do this. Pay 2, and that'll trigger Consuming Apparition. Will resolve. Who knows how many lands they have. Okay, resolve. See, this is the power of Pine Sol, baby. Actually, well, I think I've had nothing but islands, so we'll just get some swamps. My turn. This is now where it gets interesting. If we do this, we get the other Consuming Apparition. That's going to trigger them. That's going to get nasty. And then we're going to do this, and each opponent has to sacrifice a non-token creature. Now they're going to get a double interaction of mill. Now the question is, do they block 20 damage? This is why I love Consuming Apparition. I think people sleep on Consuming Apparition. It's a classic Dimir card. I think it's cute and cuddly. I like its mechanic. I think it scales annoyingly well. So we got our that's fine. But the real question is, what are you thinking about here? Can't block. I mean, you have to attack. Yeah, I mean, there it is. That's what we love to see. So, can Consuming Aberration work in Standard? I think so. There's probably some tweaks that I need to do. Of course, there's the classic issue of just not ever being able to draw enough, but having to balance that with the amount of lands that you have in your hands. Consuming Aberration is a little bit on the fat end with a 5 CMC drop, especially if that's like the core of your deck, especially in Dimir. It's not like, you know, running any kind of green-based deck where you can just constantly ramp and get whatever you need, but I think there's value there.